Greetings to Sen. A very good evening to everyone present here. I, Isha Tulsiani, would like to start this knowledge session on skills transfer. What industry wants that academia doesn't teach. In today's rapidly evolving job market, a noticeable gap exists between academic education and industry expectation. While education focuses on theory, employers look up for practical skills and real world readiness. This mismatch highlights the need to bridge the gap between classroom learning and workplace readiness, emphasizing the importance of skills transfer for career success. SEMS Welfare Foundation, a registered non-profit organization, is dedicated to social impact across various sectors. We focus on education, particularly skill development and entrepreneurship. Through our initiative, Digi Samaksh, we have created training programs in IT, finance, retail, and entrepreneurship, impacting over 6,000 individuals. We are currently upskilling inmates in Haryana jails and collaborating with universities and colleges. We have also partnered with banks to place over 1,500 candidates in jobs. In just a short time, SEMS has established itself as a force for positive change, equipping individuals with skills for employment and promoting women's leadership in various industries. This session is collaboratively organized by SEMS Web Solution Private Limited. SEMS Web Solution is a dynamic and innovative enterprise dedicated to transforming the way businesses and individuals achieve their goals across staffing, skilling, advisory services, and admission services. Today, we are honored to hear from Mrs. Rajni Bhasin, an entrepreneur in her own right. Miss Rajni Bhasin, ma'am, is an educationist and visionary. She has a perspective of a social reformer, which is reflected from her strong desire to bring positive changes in society, specifically the younger generation. Ms. Rashmi ma'am firmly believes that the youth of our nation has profound potential. It is of utmost importance in the current scenario to create opportunities and provide proper guidance to the upcoming generation so that the country moves towards a brighter future. An embodiment of leadership and team building skills. Mrs. Rajni is always on the lookout for new ideas and avenues for growth. Her outlook and ventures are always related to the field of education, as it is her conviction that the youth needs to be guided towards the right track. They are the treasure that the nation has and needs to be utilized in the best possible way. So, Mrs. Rajni, ma'am, you can start the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Isha. Thank you so much. Thanks for the nice conversation and introduction as well. See, why I want because my topic is not the theoretical one. It is the practical. And if I will go with the theory, then this topic will not fulfill what it means, right? So as I'm going to talk on the skills transfer, what industry wants that academia doesn't teach, So if I will talk on the presentation directly, so I don't think so that will fulfill the requirements. So I need to know the participants if they will interact with me, and then where is the lacking and how to cope up with the things. And because the professors are also there, like they might be in the industry from the academy, right? So I think that there would be a good interaction in that way. So only few students, if they can join, like they can switch on their cameras. Hi, Priyanka girl. So please, if you can introduce yourself.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, how are you, ma'am?
I'm good, ma'am. What
Okay.
about you?
Yeah, good. Can
Okay.
you tell me something about you?
Okay. My name is Priyanka Gar. Currently, I
Hmm.
am working as an assistant professor in Delhi College of Technology and Management. I
Okay.
am in Hyderabad, Haryana.
Okay, fine. And
Now,
you joined this session. The purpose of joining this session is, may I know something?
hello.
I'm saying, may I know the purpose of joining this session?
समझ नहीं
Hello,
रहा.
I'm
हाँ मैम
saying
actually.
the purpose of joining this session.
Okay, actually in today's scenario, I want to know कि what we don't teach to the students that industry teaches. That's why I joined.
Okay, thanks for this. I think let me start now because there would be no such more participant who will switch on their cameras. Anyways, so I think that would be better if they can come. Before start, I would like to tell you about myself. Myself, Rajni Bhasin, as you know, and Isha had given my introduction. But in detail, why I started the education because I came here in Delhi in 2008, and I found some of the consultants and the institutes, they were misguiding the students. So education was not my interest, but because I was I was just thinking why the students are being misguided by the consultant, so-called consultant in Delhi market. So that's why I opted to join to work in the education sector for the students fraternity. And I started my ventures earlier, but that was of different name due to COVID. Then after that, due to some internal problems, then I started my new ventures by new name. One is Always Study Overseas and School of Skills Development, where we can send the students abroad for the better education, or in terms of the better training programs and the best universities. For Indian, it is Miraki School of Higher Education. Within Pan India, like the online, distance, and the regular, what would be the best for the students? So we started the Indian education system as well. And the third, like vertical technologies, that is into the IG training. So these three are related to the education. Other than these, we do have different, that is in the placement and recruitment. The process will go on and it would be on year after like within 6 months. So basically into this education, why I chose this topic, and being a professor, because 4 5 professors and the assistant professors might be there. So what academia doesn't teach, this is why I picked. I met with n number of candidates. Like if I give you one live example of last 2 days interaction with the college candidates, they took internships, and those internships were not relevant to their interest and to their academics. So they did just internship for the sake of internship. So wherever I used to go for the final placement of the students, or for the training purpose, the internship purpose, so I found the lacking in terms of the right guidance, right advice. This is one part. Now, related to the topic, what academia doesn't teach. So, you all are familiar with the system of the UGC curriculum. So, UGC curriculum is a set pattern, and the content is all theory. In very nutshell, I'm saying this is all theory. If we will compile up with the practical, like the industry, what is the requirement of industry? Why there is unemployment? Why the students are not being selected in the respective industries? So there is a huge gap. And why this gap is, if I'll talk about I met with the n number of professors who are actually working in the IP University, and few professors in itself Delhi University as well. So if I'll talk about the IP University professors, few of the professors, they are saying that the industry, whatever is going on in the industry, we are not upskilled, and that is why we cannot train our students in such a way that they will definitely come up with the good knowledge, good trainings, and they will be placed in the industry. So I have total, if I'll say, 25 years experience, but here in Delhi, I have 15 to 16 years of experience. So meeting with all the college delegates, all the esteemed professors, whether the associate assistant or the professors, meeting with the students, meeting with the industries, what is the requirement of the industry. So you can say I am a person who can be the bridge between the students and the industry. So that is the reason why I picked this topic. So first, I would like to share the presentation. Let's have a conversation after that, a discussion. If the students would be interested to take my advice, how to cope up with the things, and how academia must compile up the things so that the students will get good knowledge from the industry itself. So please allow me to share the presentation. Is it visible now? Hello? Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So, what the skills transfer? What industry wants that academia doesn't teach? See, skills transfer, basically the concept is what we learn, learning process, which we will have to imply in the practical practice. And we can also say a successful application of skills to the practical work task, which contribute to improve job preference, employee productivity, and overall organization success. Let me have an example of BBA students, because as I came to know that BBA and MBA students are there. So I will talk about the management students, not the from the another stream. Here I'll give you example. As I was discussing, like I discussed with you few minutes back, I met few students of one organization. I will not take the name of the organization. And all the students, they took the internship in the digital marketing and only the SEO part, right? The students' background, they were from the BCom students, they were BBA students, means they might have learned the marketing, the auditing, financial accounting, economics, finance. So all the subjects are there, but student took the internship only in the SEO part, which was the smallest part of DM. And the interest was not DM, the interest was not insurance, the interest was not the telecom. So how the academy and the industry, as I talked about the internship directly, so how these things were actually lacking. From where we can, from the academy, from where we can join the practical approach. So by the employee productivity could be enhanced, and the students or those who are interested to do the job, they will prefer to join the best as per their interest. Now, educational approaches for the transferability, the understanding by the design curricular approach championed by Wiggin and the Meg. I took this definition as he focused on designing curriculum around the ability to transfer knowledge and skills to the new context. Means if we will design our curriculum in such a way that the students will be able to transfer their knowledge and skills to the new context, means to the new horizons where their interest is definitely considered, and their all the backgrounds to be considered, so that whatever is the curriculum design, they will enhance, they will update their skills. So the designing of the curriculum, that is very important. I'll talk about the NEP 2020 later on from this point of view, what NEP 2020 is doing. And still I'm saying we are lacking in our curriculum. So this is what the specific curriculum elements, like focus curriculum on enduring ideas or skills at the heart of discipline. There are n number of disciplines: engineering, law, psychology, medical, education, management, and the commerce. So what curriculum should be focused so that the students generate different ideas, and on those ideas, the important point is they will pose essential questions that provoke genuine inquiry. If whatever the professors are teaching in the class, that is a theory process, completely theory. And if I'm not wrong, not even a single student is provoking a genuine inquiry related to the industry, related to the topic, whatever the professors are teaching. So there is the important catch, like professors are teaching, but the students are not popping up because they are lacking in the interest. They don't have those inquiries. Why? There is a reason. Because while in our teaching, if we will teach in such a way that there would be a curiosity among the students. So what next? What next? Not the theory part, not the the things like the copy pasting from the book. It's a bookish knowledge. So the knowledge should be in such a way that it should provoke a genuine inquiry, the curiosity among the students. Now next is assess students using authentic performance tasks, and last but not the least, providing learning experience that equips students to perform skills in variety of contexts. If I'll give my opinion, if I will choose students of management like the BBA or the BCom students. So do we practical, give them the exposure during the curriculum, whatever we are going to teach, any of the topics, like the suppose if we are going to pick the banking topic, suppose we are going to pick the topic on the insurance. So not after completion of the program, within that curriculum, if the practical approach would be there, like the students will be allowed to do a little bit of research work in a term, just a moment, let me admit on, in such a way that we can assign them the task, and that task would be such an important point along with their vertical curriculum, and they will gain something in hand, so that the next day, whenever they will come in the classroom, they will be having good questions, because they will face some kind of challenges to collect that information. In Indian market, if I talk about the Indian market, they will collect some kind of information. So why fail to develop the transferable skills? The curricula often focus on too many disconnected short-term objectives. As I talked about the various subjects like the marketing, you can say the economic, and another Just again, people are joining. So the objectives were the short term, and the major areas actually are covered in our curriculum, but the specific things what the student want, what is their interest, that we are not following. And now what is the experience from the student side, this type of teaching which is a short term objective based, so students actually they are unable that what is important for them, what is meaningful for them, and what is useful for them. So they are lacking in such a way that where to go, because they are studying BBA, they are going for get the degree of BCom. But ultimately, what is the result? What after completion of the BCom? What after completion of the BBA? So during their delivery of the curriculum by the academicians, by the professors, or the teachers, faculty members, the student must be having the experience in such a way that what is important to them, what is important and what is meaningful or relevant curriculum for their career. So there the students are asking why I'm doing BBA, why I'm doing BCom, because these degrees are no way give us such a support in terms of the real industry. Because once they enter in the real industry, the BBA degree, BCom degree, or the another discipline degrees, those degrees will not pay them, right? Because they didn't have the practical knowledge, the practical experience. Now, important catch, what academia doesn't teach. Industry-led projects. See, if I'll give you examples, like with my experience, students used to do the projects, but those projects are the copy pasting from the you can say the from the Google. That topics are not relevant. So why they have made those topics, and why the professors or the teachers they are not focusing on what is the requirement of the industry. If I'll talk about the BBA students, BCom students. So for the BCom students, would they like to enter into a CA firm, or they want to become a CA, or they want to become a financial analyst, or they want to become only the expertise in the taxation? So in which particular field they want the expert, so that they will be in the industry, they will be welcomed in the industry. So why if the professors will not focus on the industry led projects? So it will be possible only if one on one working is possible for the student. Next, relevant guest lectures and workshops. A number of workshops are being conducted at the colleges or the universities, but again, relevant guest lectures or the workshops related to their own projects, they are also, those lectures are also missing, because students are forced to participate, but in real sense they don't know what is the benefit of attending the lectures, whether they are going to be relevant in near future. Sometimes few of the lectures and the workshops are not related to their curriculum, right? That is also important. But why, if the students need to understand the importance of those workshops and the guest lecture? So that is the part where academicians must tell, must disclose to their. Next is the co-creation of the curricula, access of resources and technology, bridging the skill gap. Are we really working with the students? Like, where is the gap? How to cope up? Because nowadays, what is happening, which I'm just sharing my experience. So please don't take it offensive. So nowadays, teachers, they are there only to teach. Students are there in the colleges or the respective universities only to get the degree. But actually, where is the gap? No one would like to find it out. And why this skill gap? Why there is skill gap? So no one is ready, because we are doing our job, students are doing their own job. Is academia possibly, they are giving those opportunity of network opportunities like type. So network should be in the relevant industry, so that with their interest they will get the opportunities in the market, right? Next is the right usage of social media. As I was talking about, like few of the students, they took the internship in the DM part, and that is only the S. One candidate was the, attending as a LinkedIn manager. That is only the post. One person was handling the Insta post. So the students were from the B. One was Insta handling, one was LinkedIn handling, and one was for the other thing. So now they are interested for the DM part. But what is actually required in the DM? What skills are required? And if they want to enter into the DM part, so the major marketing they are losing. So are we guiding the students like what is the right usage of the social media platform? If we are giving the internship option, in addition to that, I think you might agree with me, there need reskilling and upskilling of the teachers and the professors. Like they should attend, or the industry, the management of the or those organizations should allow the professors or teachers to have a meeting with the industry expert, so that after the good conversation, good brainstorming sessions, those knowledge could be shifted or transferred to the students, and students will come to know, okay, what is the requirement of the industry, and our professors, our teachers are actually the guiding force, and they are helping us to shape our career. I think in that way, students will attend the classes, maximum lectures in the college or the university, and the students will definitely give the respect to their teachers and the professors. So I think you might agree with me. So next, what student needs now? Again, on the basis of my experience, on the basis of my discussion with the students and good interaction with the students, awareness and exposure. Student must know what is the recruitment process of the organization, what skills they require, and what is the work culture of the various companies. Accordingly, they will come up with the good skills. Say, for example, if I, as a student of management or the commerce, I want to enter into the banking sector. So, in the banking sector, is there a sale profile? Is there a backend profile or a finance profile? So, if my interest as a finance advisor or a backend support system person or the sales or marketing person, so what qualities should be having? So, and what is the process? What skills the company, that organization requires? So, accordingly, if that is my dream company or where I can join after completion of my degree, so these core skills are required in the industry. I have to cope up with those skills, and accordingly, definitely those candidates will be selected from the J1. Next is industry expert interaction tailored to their discipline and interest. So, whosoever is having the industry expertise, good industry, there are n number of industries, right? So, the relevant or related industries of the management or the commerce student. So, the industry expert interaction should be in such a way that whatever is the interest of the student, that interest and the discipline, whether they are from the commerce or the management or any other discipline, so their interaction with the industry expertise must be possible if that would be provided. So this is the requirement. Next, it's a very important point which I would like to share: personalized support. As a counselor as well as an advisor, why I chose this advising part, because the students actually they are lacking, they need personal support, one-on-one mentoring session. And again, on the basis of my experience, I would like to share when I interacted in a group of 200 to 500 students. So personally, they used to meet me, they come at my place and they talk personally with me. Why they were not talking at that point? Because in front of all, they don't want to share anything. And here the students in this generation, the Gen Z, they are actually you can say at one point of time they are overconfident, but another point of time they are lacking. They are lacking from various aspects. So they personally need guidance, one-on-one guidance, a right guidance. So what would be the best for them? So if the professors or the teachers, they can advise, they can give them the right guidance. Accordingly, they will, pick the things. And this is actually the main requirement of the student. And accordingly, this will add up with the academic part too. Because if they will discuss in detail with their professors or the teachers, so whatever they are teaching in the academy and whatever is their requirement, accordingly they can cope up with the thing. Skills development, again, IT skills required, so this should be integrated in the academy. No doubt, as per NEP 2020 and many of the universities and the colleges, they introduced few of the courses in terms of the vocational courses, in terms of, and if I'll go in depth, so the students are completing the you can say they are going for the skills development programs online, free of cost. And again, those IT skills programs, they are not in terms of their academic part or their career part. So again, this is lacking in the colleges, in the universities. What the student want, what IT skills actually those skills are required. Suppose n number of companies are there nowadays. Data analytics is very much in the everyone, the student of BA, student of BCom, BBA, or BCA, whatever the discipline. So they want data analytics. But is it possible for every candidate? that they will go for data analytics, or they will go for the Python or the machine learning only, or the data science or the digital marketing. So again, if academia will teach the right skill program, or the guide the right skill program, in that way the students can cope up with the academic and the training, and then they will excel in future. This is my experience. On the basis of my experience, I'm just suggesting. Another is the academic guidance. Again, this should be come at first, but sometimes students choose the wrong course. Some of the students that took BCA, they don't want to go for the coding. Some picked only BBA because the nothing is was left with them. That's why they took BBA. But in terms of the subject selection, subject combination based upon their interest and the goals. Once the students will be in, and suppose if the student took BBA and they took the admission in BBA, how that BBA or the BCom can be helpful in near future, because they chose a degree, right? So this student want if academic guidance, skills training, personalized support, industry expertise, interaction, and awareness of the exposure of the companies where they want the placement, a final placement. So if academia will guide them in such a way that student will come to know, okay, what is right for them, I think in that way that would be the best option. So few of the things like the common perspective in everyone's resume, or in everywhere in the Google chat and every company, if they are open, giving some opening. So these common perspectives are mentioned. They need communication skills, teamwork, problem solving, critical thinking, time management, decision making, analytical skills, and creative things. So everyone there is a common. But if we will talk about the particular part, the communication, I'll give you one example. One of the candidates, she took online training on the communication skill, and from the company that is the very reputed company, very reputed organization, not the company, organization. I don't think so I should take the name, but that is the prominent organization, right? Esteemed org. And once she was in front of us, we talked about the communication and the soft skills part. She was lacking, and in her resume, it was mentioned that she did soft skills program, communication skills program for X organization. So we rejected. So what exactly the communication part? If she was lacking in that, this is the common perspective. But if we will talk about the communication skills, students were lacking. If we will talk about the teamwork, because in the resume, teamwork was mentioned. Okay, that is good. So can you give any example of the teamwork? What did you do during your academy? Again, they were not able to respond. So why not they are responding? So don't you think so that academia must guide them in terms of the teamwork? So how this teamwork will help them in near future? Because if they will be placed in good companies, they will start their own business. It is how to manage the team, whether their own team or under anyone else. Again, they were lacking problem solving. If I ask the question, can you share any issue which you resolve? Again, they were lacking critical thinking, how you manage the time. So for all these common perspectives were there where the students were lacking. Only on mentioning on the CVs or the resume doesn't mean that they know each and every perspective. So they are not aware. Out of 100, 1 or 2% only those who actually worked themselves, but rest of the people they didn't know anything. Now if I talk about the new perspective, and this is also from my perspective too, what I am thinking, and what is the market demand? Adaptability. Students are not ready to adapt with the industry, with the new things. They are not empathetical, and research skills students are lacking. What is the best approach of collaboration, or what is the benefit of collaboration? Attention to detail. There is no such attention, like they don't want in depth to understand the thing. LSRW skills. If these skills are very much important, it's the listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Again, students are lacking. They are focusing only the social media platforms, SEO, Insta post, that's it. But if I talk about the DM part, again, the writing skills are very important, right? Listening skills are very important. Even the speaking skills are very important if they are going to make the podcast. So n number of skills are required, which the academia doesn't guide the student. Relationship building. This platform is actually giving the relationship building networking, But what about the rest of the students? Only few students are becoming the president, few students are doing the activities, or they are the members of any club or the society. But what about the maximum chunk? They are lacking. They don't believe in the relationship building, which is very important. Next, project. Do we assign the project, any kind of project to the students? Again, we are not giving, because we are just going and completing the syllabus, because we have the shortage of time, and it's a lengthy process of the admission. Then if I'll talk about the IPO, DU, or any private university or the other central universities, so they have the limited time to teach. So within that limited time, again, there is a problem. Students are not able to come up with the practical thing, whatever we are going to teach in the theory form. So if those theories would be in the terms of the project, and students will complete the project, not the in terms of submission of the theory part of the project, the practical part of the project, the live situations handling. In that way, students will definitely learn something apart from the curriculum. Initiative. Are students taking initiative? Again, no. Are we persuading the students to take initiative in any of the activity, in any of the in-house, by delivering the lectures? No. Students are not participating in any of the lecture. Is there any proactive approach from the student side? Again, no. Because academia doesn't teach. In our curriculum, there is no such kind of approach where the students are actually proactive. It is only if out of 100, 1 or 2% can be there, because that is inherent. But what as a guiding factor, as a guiding source from the academic part, again, we are lacking. Next, networking and building their personal brand. This is very important. If we are going to sell something, whatever the industry we are, whether we are into the education industry, whether we are into the FMCG goods industry, oil industry, any industry, everywhere there is a need of the personal branding. On the basis of personal branding, only the networking, and then a progress in any company, whether their own company, whether if they join any other company, so they will be an asset of those companies. But do you think so that academia is able to teach them or guide them, or in our curriculum, is there any new possibility of all these features? And I will say definitely there are some lacking parts. Again, now the IT skill, it's a generative AI, whether in finance, in commerce, in health insurance, all the segments, in if I'll talk about the electrical wheels, n number of things. So everywhere AI is there. If students are unable to understand the basic concepts of IT, so this generative AI is much wider. Here, I would like to talk in our education system. There is a bifurcation of the mathematics up to 10th level. Students pick the basic one because they don't want to pursue the engineering, and or sometimes the students, they didn't pick, they opted the IP, like the computer So what if the students didn't know about the mathematics part? They are lacking, and generative AI is related to the mathematics part. It can be the understanding tools for them, those who don't have that background, like they don't have that mathematics bent. But because of the generative AI, one should be familiar with the mathematics. So in our education system, do we really, focusing on the mathematics part? No. Then how generative AI would be helpful for them? I think we are lacking 73% in one of the points, 73% of the things, they are somewhere lacking, right? The population, or we can say our students. So right mentorship, and last but not the least, students must go out of their comfort. So what if the teachers will teach, the academic person will teach or guide them to go out of the comfort zone, that would be better. And what I was talking about, the NEP, so they focused on the skill-based training, flexibility in the course choices and internship. Now, are we empowering the student in the above key areas? Because many of the institutions, they are not structurally and culturally to empower the students in the above mentioned areas. Now, there is a notable gap in the guidance, and the faculty members or the counselors, they are fully prepared to support them. Actually, they are not. Not the faculties, not the counselors. They are not fully prepared to guide them in such a way that what is the demand of the industry, and how this academic part, along with that, the training, skills training part, whether the soft or IT, and they will enter, they will move in any of the company, in any of the industry. And what would be the relevant industries for this? So as a institutional side, what initiatives should be taken? Students must encourage to connect with the relevant industry. This is what my perspective is. Engage in the co-op programs. I guess the faculty members, they know about the co-op programs which are actually running internationally, US, Canada, and other countries, but not in India, right? So they or the internship that are complementary to the academic studies and the individual passions. Sometimes academic studies, they forcefully join some of the programs. The passion is something different, but how to collaborate with the academic and the individual passion. So there must be some co-op programs. Next, cooperative education. What is that? I would like to define here. A program where students alternate between academic semesters and spend working paid, full-time or part-time in the relevant industry, which is very much in the foreign education system. But in India, only the internship, the summer internships are there, which is again the part of the curriculum, but the relevant industry internship is not there. What if the students will go to college in the morning and later evening for 2 hours to 4 hours, they can spend quality time to get the knowledge, to gain the knowledge in the respective industry, and accordingly they will co-op with the thing. So what is cooperative program? It is a structured program that combines classroom learning with the practical and paid work experience. According to my experience, if students opt these kind of programs, and if academicians, they will allow their students to join such co-op programs, I think there would be no such unemployment in India. They typically involve alternating semesters of academic study and full-time work in the students' field. Co are often longer than the internships, lasting several months or even a year. They can provide academic credits and help students gain valuable experience, increase their employability, and develop a strong network. And here in India, it is the cooperative societies where different business houses, credit, dairy, houses, all are there. Financial inclusion, and the Indian cooperative movement is one of the largest world with the 8 lakh cooperatives. But here in the co-op is defined as the cooperative society in India, whereas co-op program, they are defined in different way in international. So what if the students will join the co-op? If India in India, our curriculum, you can say the UGC will prepare the curriculum in such a way that students will be allowed to study, and along with that, they can do a job as a co-op. So they will learn from the industry. So now the future of academia in 2030. So this is what the future. The future of capability building, the future of high rise creating people-centric space, the future of shopping technology, entertainment, industry, immersive, gamified or diverse, the future of wellness, connected and customized, the future of car buying, the future of parcel delivery, the future of fashion, and so on. So, do you really think so? Our academia, in our curriculum, students are able to learn all these things. So, you might better understand the thing. Last but not the least, is AI a tool for humanity, or has humanity become a tool for AI? Everyone is talking about AI. So, where to use, how to use, up to what extent to use, or should we work as a AI type? We can become the tool, or AI could be the tool for the human beings. So this is very important to discuss, to tell the students, because this is the time for the AI. So in the education system, AI is a part, a little bit part, but how to cope up with the finance, with the marketing, with the taxation, with any industry. So again, we are lack. Future is AI in technology and financials, consumer food and industrial, manufacturing and transport, healthcare, energy, society, and culture. So this is what from my point of view, I think so. This is relevant what I deliver. So what is the curriculum of the university, and what is the demand from the industry side? So there is a huge gap, and academia should teach in such a way that the students will cover up the gap, will come to know what is the requirement of the industry, and they will be prepared according to the industry. And in that way, I think so. You can say, there would be no unemployment. All the students will definitely get good position in good companies, or they can start their own business if they wish. So thank you. This is from my side. If there will be any question.
So, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to sincerely thank Mrs. Rajni Bhasin, ma'am, our outstanding speaker today. We had the chance to hear a fascinating and thought provoking conversation about skills transfer, what industry wants that academia doesn't teach today. Through her remarkable ability to convey information, Mrs. Rajni ma'am left us with insightful discoveries and motivation. Her engaging lecture enthralled us and motivated us to study more. We appreciate the time and effort they put into organizing this educational program.